it is 3. But if there was a number here, it would multiply with the oxidation number to make it, maybe if it is 1, it would be 3. If it is 2, it would be 6, and so on and so forth. This idea is very important where we're going, because we are going to see it right now. And so the next step then, we are going to balance other atoms apart from the oxygen and the hydrogen atoms. And so now we see that in the chromium already here the oxidation number is +6, here it is +3. But here now we are able to notice that inside the chromate ion there are 2 chromium atoms. That is the reason why we have put 2 here, so that the number of chromium atoms is equal on both sides of the equation. But notice that we have put a 2 here and the oxidation number is 3. This 2 is multiplying with this oxidation number 3. Here, 1 chromium atom must gain 3 electrons for the oxidation number to be +3. If we've put 2, meaning that now we have 2 chromium atoms, hence the number of electrons that has been gained, the total number of electrons that has been gained here is actually 6. Okay, because it will be 2 times 3, which will be 6. And so for reactions in acidic media, we add water to balance oxygen atoms, and we add hydrogen plus to balance hydrogen atoms. How is this realized? If you look at here, yes, the chromium atoms are balanced, but the oxygen are 7 here. And so if we add 7 atoms of water, you will discover that this 7 in front is multiplying with this hydrogen and this oxygen. And so when 7 has been multiplied by this 1 oxygen atom here, we'll have 7 oxygen atoms on the right side of the equation. And here there are 7, and so they will be balanced. But for the oxygen atoms, for the hydrogen atoms, there are 7 times 2, there are 14, meaning that on this other side, we need to add 14 hydrogen atoms, and to balance the hydrogen atoms, we've said that we add the H+. So that is the reason why this 14 is multiplying by this H+. And now we need to balance the charges by adding the number of electrons. Here we say that the increase in oxidation number is as a result of loss of electrons. So this one has lost electrons, and so plus this 1 electron which has been lost this side. If we were to reverse this then would have been reduced, because we can see a reduction in oxidation number. However, if we look at this reaction and we want to balance the charges, you notice that we are adding 6 electrons. Why are we adding 6 electrons? Because here the total number of electrons that have been gained are actually 6, which I'm from explaining here, because we have 2 chromium atoms, and this 2 is multiplying by this 3, and so that is the reason why we have this 6 electrons, since we notice that for 1 chromium atom it has to gain 3 electrons for the oxidation number to drop from +6 to +3. Okay, and so now if it is necessary, we have to equalize. Okay, because at the end of the day we need to add the oxidation equation and the reduction equation, and we can only do that if the charges are equal. And so how do we then equalize the charges? If you see here, we have 6 electrons, meaning that if we multiply this equation on top by 6, the number of electrons are going to be the same. And so that is the reason why we have multiplied the top equation with a 6, and we now bring in this reduction equation, And you will notice that if we add the oxidation and the reduction equation, the 6's are going to cancel, and we are going to have this equation. And from this equation, really, we can verify if the number of atoms are equal and the number of charges, and we can see that on both sides of the equation there are 24. And so just as we have done this, we are now going to do the very same thing, but now balancing this in basic media. And the most interesting part is that the first part is similar to this, but only the last part